Hello to all my billiard fans, this is Jayson Eagle Eye Shaw here. This is a very special video to me. My new world record 14.1 straight pull high run of 832 consecutive balls pocketed. In this video I will take you through the wonderful game of 14.1 straight pull. I will explain to you my shot selections, my patterns, my break shots and cue ball control. Also, I will tell you how I'm feeling as I get closer to beating my previous world record of 714 balls. My endless quest to break 1,000 balls. I hope you enjoy this video. So here we're going through the first rack. Just trying to get myself in the flow. You know, I think the last time I did this, I learned a lot about the game and also about myself mentally. But yeah, it just was tough the first time, but I knew going back the second time that I could really put up a big number and try and beat my previous record. So yeah, it happened really on the second day. I was expecting it to be maybe a little bit longer, but like I said, I had a lot of time to think about what I did before, and yeah, like I said, I learned a lot. So this time I felt a little bit more comfortable going there. So as you can see here, I'll get through the first rack pretty quick. Leave myself my perfect angle break shot. I would really like this break shot, kind of going into the second last ball or the third ball in the stack. Kind of holds the cue ball there sometimes. Sometimes it comes off it and goes to the bottom rail. You'll see after this break, sometimes a little bit of follow, a little bit of spin on it, it's going to stun it out there. You see how it comes off the bottom rail. Nice break there, the ball's wide open. Got a couple of options here for the break ball. The one ball is looking probably the ball I'd like to be on, kind of similar to the last break shot. So here, yeah, just trying to get myself in a you know, flow. Try and get a few racks on the board quickly. Try and play the 6 onto the stripe over the corner. Try and bump another ball up there. I like to do that a lot, try to give myself some options in case something goes wrong. Maybe a little bit too much sometimes like that there. Get myself out of position and have to make a tricky little shot there in the side. But now it's just a simple routine from here. Try and kind of get the 15 out of the way next. Yeah, didn't get out far enough there. As you can see, ended up on the rail. So probably going to have to draw back on this ball here. Get back to the middle of the table. Leave myself a good angle to drop the 1 in and leave a big angle actually on the 15. So another quick rack there. Yeah, when you're trying to make these high runs, it's the first 5-10 racks. It's all about just trying to get them done quickly. And then once you get to that kind of 140 number, that's when you kind of really start, you know, giving it 100% focus. Like I said, right now it's just getting in that flow, trying to get a rhythm. Don't waste too much energy. Yeah, and a lot of times on that break before, I was stunning the ball. But like I said, I learned a lot the last time, so I feel a lot of those little shots there going 2 rails trying to control the cue ball back to the middle of the table. I hit that one a little bit more, but still better than stunning the ball into the stack and getting stuck. So you see here, trying to be extra careful there. So again, I've got the 10 ball right there as a break ball. Could also use the stripe. I think it's the 14 ball on the left rail. And then I've pushed the 11 ball into a break ball. So now really I've got 3 break balls there, which is a good thing, but I think sometimes you can overdo it, so you're not really sure what one you're going to take. I think best option is trying to leave the 10 is your best angle really to go into it, and you can get to the 11 to have a nice angle on the 10 to go back into the stack after that rack. So you see there, just like I said, trying to play a little bit faster, not really waste too much energy, not think a lot, try and save it for a little bit later on in the run. So here's perfect, so just land on the 6, get back to kind of where the cue ball's at now, leave a nice position on the 10. So three racks in now. So this is my second day in Virginia at the BAK Room. It was fun. It was a good time. Beautiful pool room. You see there, I tried to play that one a little bit more full. Go into the third ball in the stack a little bit fuller. Nice little shot there, trying to push the 9 up for another break ball. Try and hit the 14. Is it 14? That was actually the 12 I was trying to hit, and the 4. Trying to break them up. Kind of got lucky there, really. Could have scratched in the top corner. Felt like I miscued on that shot. Yeah, so I've got a little bit of work to do here. I don't really have too many options for a break ball here, so I'm going to pot the 3 and come across, try and split them open. You see me there trying to really make sure I got a little flick on the ball, but tough shot here into the corner. Gotta try and stay down, make sure you follow through. Heart of the pocket. Still back in position, but still got a little bit of work to do there. Tried to get the 14 ball into position, but just overdone it a little bit. Oh, I've got a good angle here on the 8 just to come across and bump the 14. I've got a nice angle too to pot the 13 ball on the side, bump the 11. A little bit too much. I like the left side a little bit more. That's my favourite side, so now I'm going to have to come back across this side and play the 14, which is not too bad, because I can just drop the 2 ball on the side now and play the 1 in the corner, and I'll have a pretty good angle on the 14 to break into the stack.
My current run is 4 racks, which is 56 balls. I'm going to take about a 15 to 20 minute late food break. Jason must be right back on. Yeah, I can, I'll order those frames for you and I'll just send them to you.
I'll just order them.
But don't forget, you're still going to do a four rack run.
No,
So how does what?
I'll just order them.
Store? How do I order them? Or store them, you said? I didn't.
I'll order them then. I'll just order them to my house.
Yeah, no, I was saying I'll buy them for you. No problem.
So we're through 4 racks here. We're on a 56.
No. Really?
I've been on this
Bobby
valve for a
trying to
while.
look for the balls. So yeah, nice angle here. See how you hit, sometimes you hit that ball, if you don't hit it full, it'll kind of arc on you a little bit, but great split there. Ball's wide open again. A little bit chilly in there, so you can see me with the back room hoodie on. Keep me nice and warm. If you're around Virginia, you should go check it out. It's like a private billiard place. If you're a member, you can go in anytime you want. All brand new restaurant tables. Nice place, really nice place. Yeah, so now in position to pick the balls off. Try and get rid of the 10 ball at some point. Leave the 2 ball. I've got the 6 ball as an option too. Try to just take each ball and not move anything too much. So here it's kind of all about just keeping yourself in position. Little tiny nudges. Perfect here just to nudge the 10. And I missed it. You can see me there. But still in a good position here. Just bump it nice. You just put the 1 ball here and come back up to the center of the table for the 6 or the 3 ball next. Yeah, I think I like the 6 ball more. As I said before, it's my favourite side to break from. I feel like I got a little bit more control. So 5 racks, quick 70. So yeah, it's just all about trying to keep yourself in the zone. It's tough playing for hours and hours and running hundreds of balls and maybe getting stuck just like that. There's a lot of mental stuff that goes on, but it's a very tough shot here. I'll try and cut it in, jacked up over all these balls. Yeah, real tough shot. But that's what they call me, Eagle Eye. So back in kind of somewhat nice position here. Take the 14 in the side. Just run through a little bit. Play the 7 and go into the stack. I've got many options after that. pot the 11 and just bumped the 9 into a break position there, but just a little bit too much. Yeah, so the 9's there. That's my break shot. I can see it already, and just try and get rid of the 5 ball up table, so I don't have to go back up there. I can just clear up what's down here and get myself in a good position to get a nice angle on the 9 ball to leave myself a nice little break shot to go back into the stack. That stripe at the side pocket next to the 9 is going to be my ball I'm going to play second to last. If you watch through a lot of the run, that'll be a lot of balls that I leave. You can see there I just went a little bit too far, but it's a messy around this ball. You can see there I just barely made that ball. Make this ball come off the rail a little bit. And just leave myself that angle again going into that third ball. Try and eliminate the scratch. There's a lot of times on that, if you don't get a good angle, there's a lot of times you could catch a ball full and, you know, scratch in the corner. If you hit the top ball at the top of the stack where the 1 ball should be, let's say, you can scratch in the side. So I'm trying to just eliminate that at all costs. There's nothing worse, like I said, being on the big run and scratching. That's the worst feeling ever. So a little bit high ball here. The left, as you see the cue ball go through the stack and spin away. So that was high left on the ball. I'm trying to hit that ball more full, but I struck it real well and got through it. So now I've got a nice little angle just to pot the 8 here and bump another ball into the break position. I got more out it than I expected. I have the ball next to the 3 also for a break ball right now, but I got a lot of options here. I like to try and get up the table and take away the trouble, not leave too many balls. That was a good shot. Get back to the middle there. Try and get this ball out of the way. If the 15 doesn't go anywhere, I kind of tied it up. Can make the 10 or the 3 and just bump that stripe into a little bit of a better position there. But like I said, get up the table, get those balls away. If you already have the plan to the break ball, then another kiss there. Trying to give myself another option. I'm still in good position. Pot the 6. Just bump that slightly, stripe a little bit more. Pot this, just stun out a little bit to the middle. Pot the 2 ball and come up the inside, a little bit of spin, leave myself a nice angle again. Kind of similar to the other break shot on the other side, but a little bit lower this time, going more into the second ball on the end of the stack. So another good shot here going into that second ball. I played that one with a little bit of stun. You see the ball kind of stayed down the table. I got a shot on the 15 ball here into the corner. Just run the cue ball through. Again, like I said, get rid of those balls up at the top end of the table. You know, sometimes you want to save one or two, depending on the layout of the table. But the balls are open here, so always try and get rid of them there into the stack. Try and open up a few more balls, knowing that not really a lot could go wrong there. There I'm just, you know, making balls, trying to bump the balls open, get them into, you know, little positions to where I can make things happen, just like that. So all of a sudden, within 2 shots there, the ball's being tied up. They're now open. I've got the 10 ball was my break shot, and I can go about my business now. Just trying to make sure I leave that 4 ball around the side pocket. That's the ball. Yeah, I needed to land straight there. Wanted to get on that ball. The 1 ball didn't go. Get on that ball there. You can see me laughing. So the 5 and the 1 doesn't go here, so I'm gonna have to get under, I believe. Try and shoot it in the corner. Oh no, bump. Maybe we use the 5. Okay. The 9 ball is just a little bit too much above the stack. I think that's why I moved the 5 ball there. So another good angle on the 5 here. Keep the run going. So we're 8 racks in, 112. See me sat there on my chair stretching out. I brought so many different stuff so I could stretch. I was so sore the last time I did this. You see another break shot there. I played this one with a little bit of inside. Was a little bit too much angle to play it with outside. So again here, just try and pot the 15, run into the balls in the middle of the table, open them up a little bit more here. Now I've got a lot of balls down here where I can just pot, bump into little ones and give myself more chances to create different break balls. I like getting on the 3 ball here and then, you know, kind of trying to come back up into those other balls. But I got the break ball already there, 14, and I don't really see too many more break balls here, so it's all about just picking these off. So this cue I'm using here, this is my own line of cues from J Flowers Cues, and I had just got this cue about 24 hours before I decided to go play straight pool and try and beat my run. And when I got there, Bobby's partner in the club, Anthony, he builds cues and does a lot of different stuff with cues and that amazing stuff. And he put a new rep on the cue for me, so I was feeling good with my new cue, and yeah, with the wrap on there, it just felt nice, had a nice grip on it. So through 9 racks now, not really thinking too much about what I'm doing, just running balls and trying to just get that break shot into position where I'm at now, kind of that angle. Like I said there, you don't really scratch too many times doing it. So that was my aim going back this time. Leave more of an angle, going a little bit lower into the stack, and just giving myself more opportunities. Not worrying about scratching really. So I've shot here, try and pot the 6 ball and, you know, come up for the 4, leave a little angle to bump the 1 in that, but just slightly gone too far. So change up lens. Pot this 4 ball now and just bump the 1 slightly. And never really got into that. But I got options though. That 8 ball was that 8 ball's the break ball. I just need to get rid of the 7. And I underhit it. I tried to get rid of that 7 ball there, but there wasn't enough on it. So yeah, if I can get on the 7 ball, that would be ideal. I can get on the 7 ball right now. And just like that. Yeah, I didn't want to hit the 5 there. The 5 was going to be my second last ball before the 8 for my break shot, but just overdone it. Oh, nice little shot there. Flick it back into position. A lot of people wouldn't have played that, but I just overhit that ball there, but not too bad. Can make it in the side and draw 1 rail. Leave myself a nice little angle on the 5. I'm going to stun to the rail slightly. And leave myself a nice angle there on the 8. So 10 racks, 140. You can see the current high run for today was 278. You can see me doing that with my opposite hand because my shoulder's killing me. You can see I'm not very good with my other hand. So try and go into that 3rd ball with high left. You see a cue ball hit the stack and kind of arc through. Again there, no shot really. Blocked on the 1, blocked on the 3 in the side. And a lot of weird things happen. Look how wide the balls are and I don't have a shot. I've got to play the combination here. Yeah, strike it well. Oh, managed to get the 12 ball into a break position there. So again, trying to get a little bit more out it. I always do stuff like that. Probably shouldn't. Don't really need that much more out it, but I like that little bit of a more higher angle to give me a little bit more speed going into the stack. Don't want to get too flat. Pot the 11 here and just come out for the 10. Pot the 7 and play the 3 ball over towards the side a little bit. So I've got a ball just to get to the side rail after I make the 2. Yeah, so that was a clever little shot there. Playing the 7 and bumping the 3. Now all I have to do is just gonna get a nice little angle here and I'm good just to get to the side rail and leave myself in the little spot that's ideal for me. So another nice little rack there. The ball's open pretty well. From this angle the ball's kind of open pretty good. You never really get stuck too many times. You have to really be unlucky to get stuck. But that's straight pull. It can happen at any time. You're just praying it doesn't happen, especially when you're on big numbers. A little bit of top left here again. That time I caught it a little bit more thin, but still good result. Ball's wide open, back to the middle of the table, and I just try and figure out what the ideal shot is here. Maybe try and just pot the 8 and play the 7 ball. A little bit of spin, run into the 4 and the 10, and just like that open a bunch more up. But you know, get stuck. A lot of times you can get stuck there. Got a little bit fortunate again. Nice little massé to make that 14 on the side, and try and get rid of those balls at the upside of the table. So got a good angle here to pot the 10 and just bump that other stripe into the break position. Just like that. Pot the 5 in the side here and go up table and get rid of those balls now. Play the 3 in the corner. Come back down for the 15. Try and leave a good angle and 9 ball here. Pot the 9 and come 1 rail. Play the 6 and try and get back over to the other side of the table. Leave a nice angle on the 12. So another rack on the board. Puts me on 12 racks. In my mind I'm thinking, I know I'm on 12 racks, but in my mind I'm thinking I have to get another 49 racks. You know, like just crazy. 48, 47, something like that. But again, that's the break shot I was telling you about before. A lot of times I would have stunned that ball, but I learned a lot from the last run. So this time I was more cautious about stunning because I scratched a lot when I was on big numbers. So I just tried to eliminate that. And that time I hit it pretty sweet because I didn't put too much on it. I didn't get the cue ball to go all the way back up the table. You can see there I'm just trying to, you know, bump a couple of balls into position, but now I've bumped one too many. So the ideal thing here is trying to get onto the 4 ball, come up table and try and bump the 2 and the 3, break something into position. Managed to get into that pretty good, but still no break shot. I need to try and make something happen. And try and make the 8 and bump the 7. Uh-oh. Yeah, so here I'm in trouble. And that was a nice shot there, just to give myself a chance in this rack and keep the run going. Try and make the 9 ball now and get back to the middle of the table. Put the 2 ball in the corner and come 2 rails and leave myself that nice angle again coming back in to the stack. Yeah, that was a nice little rack there. I got myself in trouble but managed to get myself out it and keep the run going. Again, played that same break. A little bit of top right. Go off that second ball and go 2 rails and try and get back to the middle of the table. Pot the 2 ball here and run into the 1 ball, open them up. Just slightly missed the 1. So I've got the orange stripe there for the break ball. I've got to just try and keep it simple here and not do too many crazy things and bump into balls when I don't have to. That's what ends the run sometimes, playing silly shots. Fifteen's in a little tricky position. I don't think the 15 goes in the side pocket, so I try and play the 15 in the corner. 15 will be my second last ball, so I've got a nice angle coming back in from the 13 ball. Just try and pot the 9 ball here and go off the bottom row and back up towards the 15. I don't want to get straight on this ball. Punch the ball in there, get it off the rail a little bit. So I played that shot with a little bit of top right. Sorry, apologise, that was top left. Top left on the ball, same shot to try and square it up. Obviously top right in the last break, going 2 rails. But this one, a little bit of top left, try and square it up off the bottom cushion. You can see me point there. I was trying to run into the 1 ball, but somehow I managed to get between that small gap. Now I got a tricky shot in the side pocket to keep the run going. Yeah, I was happy to see that going. Yeah, a nice little shot there. Bumped the 3 ball into a break ball position.
10 ball. Combination 10 to 4.
Play the 10 ball there, try and open them up a little bit, but the 11 ball really didn't move. And now I've got to get a nice little angle down here on the 5 ball. Slightly bump the 3 into a little bit better position. Now I'll pot the 2 ball and sorry, 4 ball. Pot the 5 now and go back up and break the 6 open. The 15 ball goes in the corner. That makes it a little bit easier. Well, 3 balls in a good position here. Just have to get a nice angle on the 15 to get to the 8. Stun across. Didn't really get a lot out of that one. So now, yeah, I've got a nice position on the 3, but not a lot of angle. Now we're through 15 racks. I'm on 210 at the moment. So in this break shot, I'm going to try and draw this one a little bit. Didn't really get a hold of it there. cue ball got away from me a little bit, but managed to get a nice angle on the 11 there. The 11 got through the stack pretty good now with tables wide open, and got a couple of options for break balls. Got the 6 ball, got the 14. It's all about just kind of getting rid of the balls down table now and then. Planning out which is the best break ball, I think. Yeah, 11, 12 ball up the table. Try and get rid of that next. You see, I didn't want to put the 15 ball there, so now I've blocked the 14. Come up the table and get rid of the 12 ball now. And then all I have to do is stay down this side of the table. Really not do too much work with a cue ball. Play the 9 here, draw back for the 10, leave a nice little angle on the 15 and try and get the cue ball up towards the side pocket again. Leave myself a nice angle on the 14 to go back into the stack. So really now it's all about controlling the cue ball. Just like that. Now I've got perfect angle to go back into the stack. Now you're going a little bit more angle, going more into the head ball of the stack here, which can cause trouble sometimes if you hit it too full. Cue ball can kind of scratch in the left side pocket. You've got to be careful with that, not hitting it too much. Just got to find the right speed. So again, there I got it pretty full, and the cue ball in ideal position. And now, after making the 9, not really too many things in the way. You can just go about making the shots and trying to leave that break ball right there. You see me there, I'll just bump the 4 ball a little bit, give myself a little bit more angle for that break shot. Put the 7 here and then the 8, get them out of the way, clear this pocket. Come up table for the 2 ball. Get that and the 15 ball out the way, and now I don't have to worry about going back up table. You just focus now on getting a nice position on the 4 ball. So nice shot there, come back up for the 11. I'll just stun the cue ball here and leave it with a perfect angle on the 4. So through 17 racks now, starting to feel the heat. Oh, as I say that, I just took my jumper off. But yeah, once you get around that 20 mark, you start thinking a little bit more. Don't make any crazy mistakes, you know, don't rush anything. Just do the same thing. So, big angle here. Playing this with straight high. You want to put no spin on the ball there. A lot of times you put spin on from that angle, cue ball comes down and kisses the ball on the bottom rail and kind of splits and scratches in the corner. So learned a lot on that shot the last time, and just tried to not really get myself into that position where I can make that mistake. Just try and leave myself better angles and make better decisions. So kind of perfect here, just to draw up into the 3 or the 9, and yeah, just try and create another little break shot there. Now the 3 ball, put it into a decent position. I have no idea where the cue ball was going to get there. I'll just make the ball. Sometimes with the opposite hand, it is not the best, shall I say. So again, getting rid of that ball up the table and having to travel back and forward all the time, which is ideal. You can get it out of the way and go about your work down here. Try and pot this ball, come back up for the 7. Yeah, probably 7 ball is going to be my second last ball here. A lot of times people would come back up and shoot that ball in the corner, but in the side, sorry. But I like shooting in the corner. If you get a good angle, you can just drift across to the side rail. Now I'm going to have to force follow this ball with a little bit of top right. Yeah, a little bit more out it than I would like. I'd like to have been probably another ball to the left, but I'll take it after a bad positional shot on the 7. Go through 18 racks now, and just trying to get past that 20 mark and then go again. Just kind of set a little target of doing it in 10s. Obviously do 10 racks quickly, then get to 20, and then obviously as you get to 30 you kind of settle down a little bit and the numbers in the head, so you start thinking about it a little bit more. Another nice split there. 5 and the 6 got tied up, but you know, I can open that up right now if I want to. I've got a couple of options. Yeah, just missed it. So got good on the 9, just to try and split them out. Put the 6 ball back in a great position actually, because if I can get a break ball on this left side, then I will leave the 6 ball to my last ball. And maybe pot the 1 here and try and get on the other side. I've tried to get on the same ball twice there, which was the 10 ball, and I landed short twice. So here, put this 13 in the corner, come across, just bump the other stripe into a break position. Would have liked to have been on the 4 ball there and leave the 6 as the second last ball, but sometimes you got to just take what you can get. Just got past it there. I left myself in a funny little spot here. I'm going to have to try and either play the combination or make the 2 ball and come back down the table. Nice speed there on that shot. Just all about getting good position on the 10 ball. Just going to make the 10 and go 2 rails. Going to leave the cue ball around where my hand is. And another rack on the board puts me to 19 racks. Another nice angle here. I'm playing this one with top left. You see the cue ball just stop dead. That's what kind of happens a lot on that break shot. You see me check there, see if the 6 ball was good for me. Already thinking about the break shot. Wanted to be on the 5 ball there. So we've got to knock a long one in here. That wasn't an issue. But yeah, I would have liked to have been on the 5 ball there. Yep, little bump there on the 6, just to make it a little bit more higher on that break shot that I like. Make the 10 in the corner, you'll get that out of the way and everything's plain sailing from here. I don't have to bump nothing. All I have to do is just keep the cue ball in a nice position, get out for the 3 ball, make the 3 now, and then leave a nice position on the 7. And there we go. 20 racks, 280. So I beat my record for the day, which was 278, and we're still going. Well, the balls didn't really open up like I wanted them to, but I got a good shot here. I can make the 11 and go into the 2. split a few more balls open. Would have been nice to have a little bit of an easier shot there, but you know, I took a chance going into the stack. Anything can happen. You gotta be really careful here. So I've got myself in a good spot here just to try and pick a couple off and flick a couple into positions that I like for the break shot. Got a good chance here, bumping the stripe, just like that, up into position. Give myself a little bit of a opportunity to create a break shot. Could also just brush the 10 here. Yeah. Put that into a little position for a break shot. Come back up for that stripe on the side now. All I have to do is just get to the middle of the table and play 2 stop shots. Leave myself a nice position on the 7. Nice little shot there. Went too far, but somehow managed to recover nicely. So 21 racks in. Got a nice angle on the 10 ball here to go into the stack. Try and play this shot with a little bit of, just a little bit of centre, just above centre. Try and follow into it and stop right there. As you can see, that was perfectly played. I got good shape on the 11. You know, I could pot the 11 here and play for the 4, but I think the shot is to pot the 11 ball and come up for the 9 and try and pot the 2 ball after that and open the stack up a little bit. You know, in straight pool I'm always thinking 4 or 5 shots ahead, and yeah, it's just the more you play, the more you see the angles and you see certain shots to open the stack up and try and create a few more break shots. Just like that. I've got a chance now to maybe pot the 4 or go into the 1, or play the 8 and go into the 1 and use the 1 as a break ball. You'll see me doing this a lot in a lot of racks, trying to get that same ball into that same position. And then now it's all about just taking out the balls in front and knowing that I have the 3 ball there as my second last ball to leave a nice angle on the 1 to go back into the stack. So I'm playing a lot of shots here, 4 or 5 shots ahead, and in straight pool you have to be thinking like that. But this time I'm just trying to not make any silly mistakes. You know, I've been on big numbers and been stuck and had to start again, and that's the worst thing in straight pool, especially when you're on a big run. So all about just trying to keep the cue ball in control and Just stay super focused. Like I said there, I've got those 2 balls to set me up for the break shot, so nice little run there. And perfect position on this 1 ball to break the balls open. So I want to go into the second, third ball here with high. Just hold off it. Again, another good split. So I got a lot of options here. First shot I see is maybe the combination.
15 for 2 more.
So now I have to try and figure a way out here of getting a break ball. I think pot the 4 here and trying to bump the 7 a little bit. Could be one of the shots could be played to make the break ball into position. You've got the stripe here in the left corner. Just flick the 2 ball a little bit. Just like that. Again, just a little bit too much there for the 2 ball, but not terrible. Still got the 6. So in good position here just to stun out for that stripe. I got the 6 and the 2 ball here, but the 6 ball is probably the better option. It's a little bit lower into the stack. You know, the 2 ball's not too bad either. Slightly higher, but again, one of my favourite sides to break from. So the 2 ball it is. A lot of people would like the ball to be closer to the stack. The 6 ball would be perfect there, but I've got a nice little angle here on the 11 just to make it in the corner and stun out. And yeah, just stop shot right there and another good angle on the 2 ball to go back into the stack and keep the run going. There, I got a little bit too much out of that, but again, not the worst angle. Better to have a little bit more angle than less. This way I can not really scratch. I'm going to go straight into the center of the balls, and the cue ball's either going to stop there or kind of arc a little bit and come to the side rail to the right hand side. So 23 racks in. Over 300 balls in at the moment. You watch the cue ball here. You see how it just arcs a little bit off the rail, and not a lot of trouble or a chance of scratching. So that's what you need. So pot the 6 ball on the side here and run into the stack a little bit, try and create the 11 ball, the 1. Now I've got another break ball over there, so that's something I do quite a lot. Just try and leave a similar break shot every time and then try and just go around the balls and clear them up, not really thinking too much. Once you can do that, it takes a little bit of pressure off you, especially when you're on a big run, knowing that you can get that break ball into position early and then just go about your business. And see there, I just tried to just bump it very slightly, but got a little bit more out it. But I'm okay here, I can get it out off the rail from the 10 and leave myself in good position again. I think in straight pool it's all about just trying to get yourself in, you know, a nice rhythm. I think when you start playing a lot of straight pool and trying to think too much, you can waste a lot of energy. So you'll see a lot of times that I am just trying to get that break ball in position and then not really think about too much. Just try and get the rack over with as quick as possible. So again here, pot the 9, just get to the side rail, just about the top diamond before the side pocket. And again, another perfect angle on the 1. So 24 racks in, 336 balls pocketed at the moment, and still counting. You can see my current high run for today was 278. There I tried to catch the rack a little bit more full, but cue ball just kind of arced off the top ball and kind of got to the bottom rail, but happy with that break. And again, try and get rid of these balls up the table if you don't really have any use for them. Sometimes I like to leave maybe one there, but good angle here on the 8 to break the stack open, try and create a break ball. And yeah, the orange stripe, and I landed perfect there. Free ball.
Free ball.
There I was trying to bring the 4 ball up a little bit. If I would have got the 4 ball up maybe about another 2 inches, I could have had a chance of another break ball. So you know, I could pot the 10 here and go up and also bump the 5 a little bit. I went the other way. Tried to bump the orange stripe a little bit into more of my favourite position. And I left myself with a tricky shot here. I got to make the 7 and come round. Yeah, I didn't want that. I didn't want to bump into those balls. They're not too bad. I was gonna use the stripe on the left side of the table, which was my ball that I was going to use, but halfway through the rack there I tried to bump a couple of balls and give myself another option on the other side, but it didn't quite work out. Sometimes in straight pool you got to just take what you got. You can get yourself in trouble. Flicking balls, you can get stuck. But here in another good position just to come around 2 rails. Leave myself a nice angle again on that same side. So 25 racks, 350 at the moment. So this shot here, a little bit of follow. You can see the cue ball spinning there. A little bit fortunate. Could have got stuck down there, but nice position here on the 6, just to drop it in. Pot the 7 and go into the stack and have the 8 ball as a security ball. And now I just want to try and create a break shot here, which I'm perfect on the stripe, just to follow through, go into the 1. Actually went into the 10, surprisingly there. But I got the break shot now, so all about just taking my time and planning out the last ball to leave, which I already know what that's going to be. So all about just getting these balls up the table out the way and leaving the 2 ball to the second last ball. That's going to be ideal to get to the side rail. It'll be 15, 9, 5, 2. A nice angle here, just pot the 2, come off the rail. Ideal angle again to go into the stack. You know, before I went to try this time at the straight pool, I'd been thinking about it for weeks. And I was just watching some little clips and stuff of, you know, runs and break shots and different stuff. And I was thinking about a different strategy this time when I went, you know, different break shots, how I would go into the stack. And this was something I was telling myself about, leaving this angle a lot, because I just know the scratch is not there. I have to get real unlucky for it to scratch. You know, like there, that was perfect. But if it just flicks a 9 a little bit more, I'm gonna scratch. So stuff like that I learned from. If I would have hit that a little bit harder, I probably would have scratched. So small details definitely help this time around. But I think the more you do anything, the more you learn. And I definitely learned more about myself in the game. Doing the last high run was very tough mentally and like physically. You know, just pot the 15, kind of run into the top of that orange stripe, break the balls open a little bit more. So here I have a chance to pot the 2 and come up and just bump the 5 a little bit. Yeah. Not what I wanted. I wanted to try and bump that a little bit more there. In a little tricky spot here, you know, I got that orange stripe, but looks like I'm getting it out the way now. A nice shot there. Very nice shot. Now I've got my break ball. All I need to do is get rid of these 3 down here and get up to the 11 and the 7 and try and get myself to that side rail. So this is probably the better shot. Get rid of the 7, then this bottom stripe and leave a good angle. Either play the 11 in the side or leave it in the corner. Yeah, I probably wanted a little bit more out of that, but it's okay, I can stun across there. Perfect angle again. So, yeah, nice little out there, good shot to get the 5 ball into break position. And we're through 27 racks. You can see Bobby's shot there, the legends of pocket billiards. Go follow their page on social media and that. Bobby does a lot for the game, so really good guy as well. A nice break shot there, a little bit more power on it. Trying to hit that front ball more full. So I've got a good angle on the 2 ball here to go into the 7 or in between the 1. Gonna just split the balls open a little bit, give myself you know, some more opportunities in the rack. Get the balls opened earlier. So as you can see, after a couple of shots I've got the rack wide open already and kind of got my break ball there, the 14. But like I said, I like to bump balls and try and have a couple of different break balls or a couple of shots that, you know, you never know what can happen, so it's always nice to have something to fall back on. Perfect here if you just pot the 7. Just run off that stripe. I just want to get rid of the stripe down here, go back up and try and get the 10 and the 6 out of the way. And get on the 11 and try and get to the left rail again to have a nice angle on the 14 to go back into the stack. Continue the run. Again, another good angle, going back into the rack. So this shot here, you don't want to hit this too hard. And I kind of just like go into it a little bit of stun. Yeah. See the cue ball just follow through there.
One ball in the corner.
I've got a combination onto the one ball. Pot the 7 now and go into the stack and open things up. Could have been a little bit better on that, but I still have a combination on the 10.
10 ball.
Combination 10 ball.
A little bit fortunate, but I'll take it. And now I'm back in position. I think the 2 ball's looking like my break ball. I think the 6 ball is just a little bit too low. And I have the 11 there. And the 3 ball to make it easier to have a break shot. Just part the 3 and bump the 4 a little bit. Just go 1 rail here, back down. Yeah, I'm surprised I played that shot. Left myself on the wrong side here. Yeah, that wasn't my best shot. Looking back at that, I should have probably made the ball on the side there and stunned 2 rails back down. So I've got to try and figure out a way to get myself back in prime position here. It's not easy. Yeah, so there I couldn't really get the 11 and get back to the 2 ball, so I just gotta take my medicine and try and keep the run going here. Got a nice angle on the 11 to draw back into the stack.
Here, there, here, there.
You can see me talking to Bobby there, telling him how bad a shot that was. But feeling good, you know. Feeling real good at this time, you know. Obviously not the best shot there, but I know if I can get these balls open, I can keep the run going, and playing this shot and getting the balls wide open was a little bit of a confidence boost.
That is incredible.
Again there, no real shot.
I'll play the 13, but that is unbelievable. Really.
Have to make a good shot here. Yeah, good recovery. Good position to get on the 2 as well. Now open the stack up. So tricky last rack, but managed to get myself through it. And yeah, into the 29th rack now, and balls are pretty wide open. Have that pink stripe there as a break ball. And Yeah, it's all about just staying relaxed now and not making any stupid mistakes.
Five ball combination, 5 balls a corner.
So we got the pink stripe, like I said, is the break ball. And there I just moved out of the way for absolutely no reason. Yeah, that was a poor shot. I try and pot the 10 now and draw into that other stripe. So I got the shot back into position. Nice shot there on the 3 ball. Good little recovery shot. So now I'll just try and pot the 9 and go 1 rail. Back out. And leave myself a nice position there on that stripe. So another little tricky rack, but got myself through it. So now we're at 30 racks. Almost halfway home. And yeah, 420 ball run now. Cue's getting a little bit sticky, hands are getting a little bit sweaty. You know, once you get to that 400 mark, you're just praying bad things don't happen, which we know they can. So, again, nice shot there, hitting that ball really full. Nice layout here on the balls, nothing really tied up. Don't really have to do too much, just try to figure out getting a ball into break position now. And there, on that shot, landed perfect, the 1 ball. So yeah, balls are wide open now. Got the 1 ball in the break position. And it's all about just connecting the dots and just make sure the cue ball's on good position. So 3 ball again in that same position. It's going to be like my second last ball. Just want to make sure I get far enough up the table here. Perfect position on the 3, just to bump off the rail and leave that ideal position on the 1. So yeah, another rack on the board. That was a quick rack. Not too much to do in that rack. Again, another good split. Cue ball kind of just arced off the third last ball and gets to that side cushion, beating the scratch. I've got a good angle on the 7 here just to try and create a few more balls into play. I've got those 2 balls over there again on the side rail, as you can see. The 9, the 13 ball. So that's looking like my break ball's already set up, so again, just all about getting through these balls here. Yeah, I wanted that ball to go in up the corner so I didn't have to use anything up the table. So when you have your break balls, it's easy to go about your business. You don't really have to do too much thinking, which is crucial when you're on big runs. You'll save a lot of energy. Nice perfect angle here on the 5 ball just to stun across for the 10. Again on the 10 ball here, just want to make sure I get the cue ball up high enough to leave myself a nice angle. Oh, I got extremely lucky there.
13.
Extremely lucky. You can see me laughing at Bobby.
That, you can't believe how much it's grabbing though. It's grabbing a lot. Oh?
Yeah, but it's okay. You're playing more aggressive.
Yeah, that was fortunate there. You know, like I said, I wanted to make sure I got up high enough. At this point, I am feeling a little bit of adrenaline rush. There, I didn't want to hit that too hard. Kind of start playing a little bit more cautious as you get to the later stages of a big run. You just don't want to mess up. Nice angle on the 10 here to make it in the corner and come back up and open the balls up. You can see again there, nice little development shot. Get the rack opened up, give myself more opportunities. I'm going to try and get that 3 ball out of the way. It's pretty close to the side cushion.
7.
I'm going to try and pot the 4 ball and give the 6 a little bump. So I got my break ball ready, 6 ball. I just want to try and get rid of this stripe and then keep the cue ball on that side of the table to leave myself a good angle on the 6 to continue the run. Pot the 1 here and get rid of the 3. Perfect here, just to put that stripe in the corner and get the cue ball to the right hand side, just before the side pocket. Another perfect angle here on that 6. So this break shot here, you just don't want to hit it too hard. The cue ball is going to come off the top and arc again. This one, you see I didn't hit it too hard there. Tried to not get the cue ball to hit the top side, which was ideal because the ball's opened perfectly and no chance of a scratch. I was trying to push the 9 ball up a little bit more, give myself a break ball. Be ideal if I could get onto that green stripe. I could then bump the 5 ball a little bit into play. And use that as a break ball. And there we have it. So I'm going to put this ball and get up the table, get those 2 balls out the way, and then come back down, and I'll be able to get rid of the 7 and the 15. Leave a nice angle on the 2 to get to the side rail to leave the ideal break shot. Just drop this in and get to the side rail. Now we have it, 34 racks on the board. So here again, want to hit that ball full. There, just slightly off centre. Being perfect, but I'll take that break because I could have scratched in that top corner up there if I would have hit it a little bit harder. I want to try and get round there and get that 3 ball out of the way. It's in a little tricky spot, the 3 ball. now I'm in ideal position. I got the 11 ball. There is the break shot. Again, I like to go into a lot of different balls and try and create things, especially when I have a break ball there. It's just something I like doing. I wouldn't recommend it because it can get you in trouble. But yeah, that was a tricky little shot there. Weird bridge. Had to kind of just stab one in there. You can see again, nudging balls, especially when I don't need to. But I've got the 11 ball in a perfect position now. It's all about just connecting the dots. I'll leave that 15 to my second last ball. Stun across to the side rail after. Leave myself perfect on the 11. So at this point I'm just kind of telling myself, you know, I know I'm on 35 racks now, so every 5 racks is 70 balls. So that was my goal. 5 racks at a time. Wasn't really thinking about anything else. 5 racks every, that was my target I had set. Just run 5 racks and then start again. There I got stuck a little bit. If the 7 doesn't land over the side, I'm in big trouble. But yeah, you need a little bit of luck, especially when you're on big numbers.
Six ball.
6 ball.
Nice combination there on the 9 to make the 6. Pot the 4, try and go into the 2, create it as a break shot. Yeah, the 2 balls there for the break shot. But again, I like playing, bumping into balls. Like that for no reason. Now I'm in a tricky position. Good shot there on the 5. Try to get on the 2 ball there. That was a great shot. Absolutely great shot. Could have went wrong there. If I land short, I'm no good. I go a couple inches more, I'm no good. I landed perfect here. I can just float this ball into the corner. Yeah, good good shot to get on the 2-ball there and keep the run alive. $505 balls. Look at this. This was the shot. I got absolutely robbed. 505. Got no shot at all here.
Unbelievable.
You can see me telling Bobby unbelievable. The only shot here is the bank on the orange stripe. I see it in a minute.
That is unbelievable.
But yeah, I got nothing else. You see me come around here, I can see the bank in the corner. It's the only shot I got. But this is the kind of stuff that happens. This is the kind of stuff that happens on big runs. You can see I'm sick because I know. And you can see me looking at the stripe there. I know it goes. But it's one of those ones that you want to shoot at when you're on 505 balls. But these are the shots that you need to come with sometimes to keep the runs going. Trying to compose myself and not do anything crazy, not rush it. It's amazing how the balls are wide open and I don't have a shot.
Nothing.
13 ball, 1 rail.
Yeah, that was the only shot, really. Couldn't really do much else. Oh, what a shot. That was the shot that kept the run going there. Well, like I said, that's some of the stuff you need in big runs. It's easy to get stuck there and not have any shot at all and have to start again. But come with a real good shot there to get myself back into shape and, you know, keep this amazing run going. Yeah, that shot gave me a lot of confidence. Yeah, just want to make sure I got enough angle here to get across, get to the side rail. So perfect position there on the 6. Again, another high ball there, just to make sure the cue ball stays in that area. No great break. Balls are wide open, no trouble here. All about just bumping 1 or 2 balls and getting the break ball into position. I'm going to try and get on that pink stripe just above the 5. Yeah, just went slightly too much. And back into a good position there, just to bump that orange stripe now. Get rid of this ball up table now. Get rid of the 2 here and try and leave the 7 ball as my second last ball. Perfect here, just to drop this in. Drop the 7 and just stun off the rail slightly. Just like that. 38 racks in. Again there, trying not to do too much off the rack. Just trying to make sure I get them opened and leave myself a shot. Gonna break that little cluster up there between the 8 and the 3, 5, 4. I've got a good angle now on the 2 just to bump them open a little bit more, try and create something. So get up there, get rid of that 6 ball. I don't have to go back up the table. 9 ball sitting in a good position here for the break shot. Again, you can see they're bumping again into balls, trying to get a slightly better position. Break ball. Just have to get up for the 14 ball here on the side. Get nicely on the 10 just to have a nice little angle. Actually, I'm going to play the 10 ball this time, leave the 9 and come back out to the middle of the table, leave a nice angle again. I could have played for the 9 there, but I'm thinking it was just a little bit too low at this moment in time, just trying not to leave anything too low on the break shot. It'd be hard to get the balls open leaving it a little bit lower. So I think the 10 ball was a good option here. I can draw into that top ball or right in between them and have the cue ball kind of stop there. Cue ball actually came off it a little bit more than I thought. Tough shot here. Nicely played. So another shot into the balls there, developing them up. I've got the stripe there as a break ball, and I also got the orange 5. I have to try and get rid of the 7 ball. Yeah, so left myself with no real shot there. I have to cut this. Oh wow. So out of position here, not the best. Got a little bit fortunate there for that ball to get to that top pocket. Good recovery. Back into decent position here. Just try and kill the cue ball over to the side rail here. Yeah, just like that. So 40 racks in now, 560 balls pocketed. A nice angle on the 5 here to go into the stack and keep the run going. See me at the back there wiping my towel down, I'm not gonna lie, I've got sweaty hands. I've been on this number a few times now. Good strike there through the balls. Balls opened up nicely. Nice little combination on the 10 here and try and get the cue ball up towards the 8 and the 7. Ideal shot here would be pot the 8 ball and come back up and play the 7. And just overhit this ball a little bit. Pot the 7 here and just run into the 15 a little bit, open it up. Got the 2 ball there as a break ball, and you know, I've still got a couple of little options here. I can run into a ball. I think the 3 and the 2 is going to be my last 2 balls here. I'll just try and get all these other balls out of the way, come up to the 11.
Good, good.
So pretty simple here, just get to the middle of the table after this. Another nice little finish in that rack. Just feel in good flow at this moment. Just not thinking about anything going bad. Sometimes before in previous runs when I've been on big numbers, I've scratched and a couple of things have gone wrong, but this time I just felt like a little more comfortable, realising what's going to happen with a cue ball when it comes off the stack, and just learning really. And that's what you do on it. It's play the game. The more you play, you learn. But in pool, you're learning something new every day. And doing this run, definitely learned a lot about the game and myself. So same shot here, just a little bit of high ball.
I need to go to the toilet, mate.
See, that's what happens sometimes on that. You hit it a little bit too hard. It can arc a little bit, then kiss the ball again and get scratching in the side. A lot of times before this I was hitting a little bit softer there. I put a little bit more into it. The table's real slick. Usually we play on 860, but this cloth's 760. So it's just that little bit faster, a little bit more slidier. I took a little bit of time out here. I needed to go to the bathroom. But yeah, I've got the balls wide open here. I don't see any problems. Just need to try and maneuver a little break ball with the 5 or the 11, maybe the 8. Yeah, I just want to let you all know that in this video also you'll be able to see the 714 high run. It'll be included. You'll be able to just go online and see both videos. So when this is all done, I hope you all enjoyed the video. And I come back from the toilet here. We'll resume. Okay folks, we're back. I'll go wash my hands now, settle myself down a little bit. Now we're on 41 racks, 574 balls. Just trying to bump the 6 ball a little bit down now into a break ball position. Wanted to get low on the 4 ball there so I can come up and just split these balls open a little bit.
Eagle.
Pot this stripe and try and get on the other side for the 5. Was thinking about playing the 10 there and running into the 6 a little bit, but no need. Make the 1, play the 10 and then try and make the 3. The cue ball just run a little bit too far there. Now I have to take the 15, is that 15? No, it's the 14 ball. Now I just want to pot the 3, get to the middle of the table and leave a good angle on the 7. Just to go 1 rail back across to the right hand side, just before the side pocket, and leave a good angle on the 6. My cue ball just to bounce a little bit here. Perfect. So 42 racks in. Feeling pretty good right now. Same shot, just a little bit high, come off the bottom rail. One in the 15, almost got tied up there. Trying to get on that as soon as possible, really. That's the danger balls.
Combination 3 ball and quarter.
One ball.
1 ball.
Yeah, try and get that out of the way. That was a tricky little situation there. If there was balls tied up, I was in trouble. I got a little bit fortunate. I got a break ball there. I got the 8 ball. Also got the 9 if I really need it. nudge the 9 there into a better spot. Slightly out of position there. Not easy here. I've got no option, I've got to take the 8. I've got to play a different break shot here. I've got to try and play the 7 in the side pocket, get my cue ball just off the bottom rail here, leave a good angle on the 14. Come up just about to the middle diamond, yeah, right about there. Just give myself a chance. Perfect. 43 racks. So this shot here, just high ball, trying to hit it full, hit it really good, and yeah, good outcome. Little combination, 2 ball. Caught this stripe on the bottom and going to the 11. Hit that pretty clean, so good outcome there from a nice little shot. I'm gonna maybe take the 3 ball, come around. Trying to kiss the 9 ball into a break spot. So I've got a couple of options here. I can leave the 9 or I can leave the 12 ball. Nice stroke on that ball. Like I was saying though, the table's a lot quicker than a regular Simonis. Get the 6 out the way now. I'm going to put the 15 here and get up to where the cue ball is, right about there. So I have a nice angle just to come back across to where my chalk is. Just bounce off the rail slightly. Yeah, right there. And that's perfect angle to go back into the rack. and continue this fantastic run. Same shot, a little bit of high there, just keep the cue ball on top of the stack. Don't go too hard. I want to get close to that side pocket again. So here, pot the 5 and try and move those balls up into break positions, but just overdone that shot there. So now I've got to work a little bit harder in this rack. Or you could just draw into them and tie 4 balls up. But it's not too bad. I've got the stripe come off the rail, break them open. Yeah, a little bit unlucky there to put that stripe to the side rail, but we've still got a shot. Try and pot the 15 here and draw back up for the 3 or the 1. Try and clear this pocket for the 6. Yeah, that wasn't a smart shot. Already had the 14 as a break shot. Could have gone wrong though. But adrenaline's pumping and hard just to stay in the zone for this long, you know. Got to get a good angle here on the 14. Leave a nice angle on the 3 ball just to go back into the stack nicely, nothing too crazy. I'd like to have drawn back a couple of inches more. Oh, 630 balls we're on right now. Nice and easy that shot there. Left myself in a tricky spot again. 14 just sneaks past the 5. Little puff of the cheeks there. I'd have liked to have got on the 5. But make the 7 go into the stack and have the 5 always a little bit of insurance. But somehow didn't manage to get on the 5. So a crazy shot here. Combination. There was no need for that, but opened the balls up a little bit and You know, sometimes you got to take risks. Don't mind taking risks. Trying to move the one ball up there into a better position. I left myself with a tricky shot here on the 15. Go all the way around for the 8 in the corner. Managed to get there though. Just pot this ball and stun out. Try and leave the 2 ball into the same corner. Get the cue ball just over slightly to the rail. Back out. Myself a nice angle again. .644, we're on 46 racks and still going. You see again with the cue ball, if it hits that front ball, the cue ball arcs a lot into the rail, so very hard to scratch from that angle, which gives you a great opportunity to put a big number together. And I kind of figured a lot of that out by playing multiple hours in multiple days, going through a lot of torture. But it's nice to keep learning, especially as you get older. You can never learn everything in pool, there's always something new to learn. And I think straight pool is one of those games where it really teaches you a lot about the game and yourself. Yeah, I didn't want to flick that like that. I wanted to hit it a little bit more full. Left myself in a tricky spot here.
6 ball.
Yeah, good shot there. Good position. Got myself out of trouble there with a nice positional shot. So I just want to make the 11, 14, 13 and then the 7 and leave that nice angle again on the 2. Decided to go the other way. Just want to bump the 14 a little bit here. I'm going to force follow this ball here.
Good.
Yeah, good shot. I'm going to slow down a little bit. Oh, not the best angle there. I should have probably left the 2 ball as the break ball, but decided to change my mind, which again is not good when you're on big numbers. So I've got to stun this ball a lot. And those are balls opened up pretty decent now.
7 ball.
Got a nice little combination here. You don't want to hit that too hard. Just go into them nicely. I'll leave a nice angle on the 3 here. I don't want to get jacked up there. Still going to shoot them in. Yeah. That's the shot. Try and get into them early. Break them out. The sooner you can get the stack open, the better. It gives you more opportunities. You know, I see a lot of players that pick around the balls and, you know, don't really go into them that much, but I feel if you got that opportunity, you should do it. You know, straight pool is all about taking chances sometimes. Pot the 1 here and try and just bump the 5 slightly there, just missed it. Also got another shot here, can pot the 4 ball and come across and just bump the 9. Yeah, just overhit that slightly too. But I got the 15. Still trying to move the 5. You know, I like the 5 to be up a little bit there. That would have been nicer as I have the 2 ball to get to the side rail. So now I got to play the 15. The 5 ball just slightly 2 ball, I believe. You go 6, 5, 12, 15. All 48 racks in. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, at this point I am a little bit nervous. More nervous about something funky happening. Getting stuck to a ball or getting a bad roll really. I don't feel like I'm going to miss. But I'm breaking the balls good, controlling the cue ball. Getting nice break shots. And yeah, just feeling really confident at this moment and knowing that I'm almost close to beating my original record of 7-14. I'm trying to move the 4 ball up there for a break shot, just didn't really finesse that ball in and give it a little bit more speed. I ended up getting on the wrong side of the 4. Pot the 6 here and just run into the 8. And just like that. So now I've got a break ball there, the 11. Try and just get the 10 ball out of the way here. I want to get this ball out of the way, come back up for the 14. Just going to roll the ball forward a little bit. Take the 13 and get back to the middle for the 7. So now, yeah, just come off the rail, a little bit English. Now, good perfect angle on the 11 here to go into the second last ball on the stack. Got 49 racks on the board now. So big break shot here. Got to keep doing the same thing I've been doing. Don't hit it too hard, just nice and easy, just draw off it. Yeah. This is a big shot. I kinda got no shot here, I gotta play the 6 inside. Yeah, that wasn't easy under those conditions. Even though the pockets are 5 inches, still don't want to miss. Oh, tied everything up again. So yeah, this is one of those racks. Play the 2 ball in the corner here and run into the balls. Nice shot there. Used every single inch of that pocket. Nice little shot there. Bring that off the cushion. But try and get down here and get rid of this 3-8 combination. Try and clear things up a little bit.
Eight ball.
Yeah, trying to make a couple of balls move there, hopefully something getting into a break position, but not terrible. Just pot the 5 here and get down for the 9 ball. Trying to bump the 3 ball into position there. So 7 ball it is. Just get the cue ball to the side rail here. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta take what you can get, especially when you're on a big number like 700. So 50 racks right now. I'm almost there at my 714 record. I'm just praying right now that I get a nice layout after the break. Yeah, you see, I didn't want to hit them too hard, just wanted to open them up. I perfect here on the 4 ball. And really just pop the 1, go into the stack, open them up, and I've got the 10 ball as protection really. Make another ball on the side, which helps.
Oh my God.
Oh, I think I almost got stuck on this ball here. Had to messy this.
You're not stuck on
I
top.
tell Bobby. Like, unbelievable. Almost got stuck on that ball there. That would have been sick. Yeah, this was a big shot here. This was massive. I remember the shot well. I left myself in a really funny position here. I couldn't pot the 3 ball and go forward. The only shot here was trying to pot the 3 and just kind of just beat the gap. I couldn't have played this shot any better. This was probably the best shot I've ever played in my life under those conditions. I didn't want to shoot this shot. I was literally so nervous here. You can see me puffing my cheeks. Yeah, this was massive, this shot. I couldn't have played this shot any better. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, that was nerve-wracking. That was massive, that rack, and what a shot that was. Had to be absolutely perfect on that ball there. If I go a little bit too much, I'm screwed. I could have hit the 5. What a shot under the pressure.
Yes, you did it.
I need a time up.
Woo!
Let's go.
New world record.
So I'll get to 7:15. You see Bobby there, happy. He's been there racking for days.
New world record.
So 7:15 broke my world record from before. Super happy. Just needed a little 5-minute break just to clear my head, wash my hands, and then go in there and remind myself that, you know, still got a long way to go. I'm trying to run 1,000 balls. So nice feeling there getting to 7:15. And I beat
Need a
my
5-minute,
old
guys.
record.
Never been shaking so much in my life.
Yeah, there you hear me. I was shaking, I was nervous. That shot had me shaking in my boots. So just getting a little breather just to settle myself down.
Okay. Okay, sorry guys, just be a couple minutes, okay? Let's everybody catch our emotions here. Settle down, he's on his way to try to break the 1,000 now, okay? Now he can free roll a little bit.
So here we're back in action here. Take the 14 ball. Got a little bit lucky there.
11 ball.
Nice recovery shot. So now I'll just try and pot the 2 ball even angle on the 9 to go into the stack. Adrenaline's pumping. It'll slow down a little bit. So I played the 10 ball. I want to try and get on the 3 ball if I can. I'll play the 3 now. Yeah. That was the shot. Now it's all about just trying to stay in the zone again. I'm going to pot the 15 ball here and get back to the middle of the table. Just like that. So 52 racks.
No more shots.
So nice little break shot here, nothing too hard, just draw off the rack a little bit. Got no shot here. I've got to take a big shot on. Shoot the 10 in the corner. Nice shot there. That wasn't easy. I'm drawing into those balls there, trying to get a couple of balls over to that side for the break shot. And now I got the 8 and the 6 right there. That's all about just staying in position here. Got the 4 ball, then the 12, and the 8 ball, and then leave a nice angle on the 6 to go back into the stack again. So 53 racks and counting. $742 ball run at the moment. Sounds absolutely crazy when people ask me about it. Just wild. I think I'm the only guy to ever run over 500 3 times, all live on video. I'm just telling Bobby the other 15 was off a little bit. That was important because the balls won't open properly, and that's what I'm going into. So another nice break there. Now I've got a break ball in position already, so I already see that. It's all about just running balls now and trying to get through the racks real quick. Here it's all about, like I said, just running balls, not really thinking about too much. I already kind of know where I want to be with the cue ball. I just gotta pick the balls off in the right order and get the right position. Perfect here, just to pot the 5, give a little angle. Think the 14 and punch the cue all over to the side rail, just to that diamond before the side pocket. And again, another perfect position shot on the break. So 756 balls. Right now I'm feeling pretty relaxed, no pressure. I'm not thinking about too much. Actually sitting on my phone texting. I'm just trying to hit the same break shot over and over, pot this ball, go off the bottom rail. Actually stayed in the middle, it got kicked a little bit, but that's ideal. Yeah, I'm jacked up here, but I got stretch and shoot the 15.
That's a big stretch, that one.
Yeah, that's a long way. Now I've got to play a little trick shot. It's okay to do that once you've already beat the record. Play a little F and backhanded. So again, we've got the 14 ball there for the break shot. Kind of similar to probably about 70% of the break shots I've had in this run. Got the 4 ball here and come back up for the 5. Pot the 5 and get to the 6 in the side, and then leave a nice angle on the 12 ball. Come across this, went a little bit too much there, but shouldn't be okay. Should be okay. Just go there to the top cushion, a little bit of spin. Got to force follow this ball. Yeah. Thought I was going to force follow that ball. I just stunned it across, created the angle, which was a lot better than going forward, especially on this table.
768.
So slidey, rails are soft. That was a better shot. So we're on 55 racks right now. Still counting. 770 balls run at the moment.
People are funny on that chat. Cue ball's going right at the
Oh, cue ball was going in the corner there. The cue ball was scratching right in that bottom corner. But again, you need that little bit of luck sometimes.
Oh, no.
It's been so clean.
We got plenty to talk about.
Don't you worry about
I
that.
mean, Bobby joking about there. He knew it was scratching too.
Wonder if I'll try and find something with
It's a lot of fun being there and having Bobby rack and hang out with him. It's good fun. We bond well together, especially with a straight pool. A good shot there to get on the 1 ball. Might play the 6, but I don't think so. Just pot the 1, draw back into the 6. And absolutely perfect on the 8. Just bump the 15 a little bit into position for my break shot. So now table wide open again. Already got the break ball in position. Pot the 13. I want to leave the 11 ball. My second last ball. I'm actually taking it, leave myself a little angle here just to draw back to the side rail. Perfect position now. 56 racks and we're through 500 balls run 3 times on video. That's wild. And nobody else did that, which is pretty cool. There's nobody else in the world ran over 700 balls twice either, which is pretty cool. Right now we are on 700 and I believe 84 balls. So same break, little bit of top spin. You see how the cue ball just pushes off the rack. I've got to play a combination shot here onto the 8. See there, I went into the rack pretty early. Same again. Again into the stack. Create more balls. Give myself more opportunities to try and get a break shot straight away, so I don't have to work for it at the end of the rack. Ideal position now just to bump the 1. So I have the break ball there now. You want to leave the 5 or the 6 to get to the 1. So perfect position again here, just roll the 5 in, come up for the 6, leave a nice little angle on the 1 ball. Get this run going. 57 racks, 798 at the moment. Nice angle on the 1 ball here.
Five ball.
5 ball.
800 balls. And still counting.
4 ball.
4 ball.
Little combination on the 4 ball here. Got the 6 here, try and come up and bump the 9. Nice little kill shot there. I've got the 15 for the break shot. Just pot the 8, get on the 7 and come up for the 11. Oh, went the other way again. Crazy shot after looking at it. I actually left the 11. Oh, wow. I wanted a higher angle, so I wasn't going to scratch. So 58 racks. $812. Another good break shot there. I'll pot the 8 ball here and run into the stack again. I've got 2 balls, 3 in the 15 to protect me. Also got a shot on the 4 ball now as well. So, like I said, if you got the chance to go into the stack, you want to get into the stack as early as possible. Now the table's wide open. I don't have to do too much. Bought the 5 here and bumped the 14 a little bit. Now I've got a nice break shot. Nice shot there on the 6.
I guess the cheeseburger and the nuggets did the job.
Yeah, I was talking to Bobby there, maybe
Huh?
a little bit too relaxed now.
Focus, focus.
Try and stay in the zone. It's easy to get out after playing. I've been on a run like this for almost 3 hours and 30 minutes. But I'm on cruise control. I feel like I can't miss. Just have to pot this ball here. Stay on that stripe, stand up for the 4 ball, get to the side rail and leave the ideal position on the 7. 59 racks.
Yeah, but we have YouTube. Our YouTube channel is going strong.
A nice break shot here on the
Plus it's
7.
backed up record anyway, too. But the whole run was uninterrupted. Come on, Jay. Come on, Jay.
A nice shot here on the 7, little bit of follow. Again, not really have a shot here. Have to play a 4-9 combination, but it's not on. I have to turn it in a little bit.
Play the 9. 9 ball.
Alright, 4-9 combo, corner pocket.
I've got to play a good shot here to make this. Try and keep the run alive. Funky things start happening on big numbers. So good shot there. Open the balls up. Let the 3 come out. So got stuck there. Not really left myself too much. A nice shot there with inside English to kill the cue ball. Yeah, should have just played the 5 here. Kind of rushed this shot. Oh. Oh, that was sick. Now I watched it back. Oh, that was sick. Why have I not played the 5? I have not played the 5
Oh
there.
well.
Ah, that was sick. Sick. 832 balls, folks. That was sick. Wow. Well, I just want to thank you all for watching this video and everyone's continued support. I'd like to take this time to personally thank you to my current sponsors, J Flowers Cues, Anamith Balls, Simone's Cloth, Rasson Billiards, Talm Chalk, Tiger Tips, Onboard Sportswear, Perimeter Lights, and my wife and our 2 awesome kids, my family and friends, and last but not least Bobby Chamberlain and the Legends of Pocket Billiards and the BAK Room Billiards Studio for all their support. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Thank you.